And that fireplace you did with that blue herringbone, oh, that's going to sound beautiful. Are you doing it like a chalky color or maybe a stained wood, like a walnut and maple or something? And he's like, no, I'm doing it blue. And I thought, that's going to be ugly as sin, but I didn't want to say nothing. And then he sent me pictures of it. I'm like, actually, that looks really good. Okay, so Jackson, a lot of people have a lot of questions to ask you. And I saw these and I thought, wow, some people are really observant in life about what Jackson does. I should be more observant. But I remember a lot of these things. One of the first ones that I saw pop up is, are you still working on old cars? People remember you working on old trucks and cars.
Well, as it so happens, the vehicle I have now is a Frankenstein of old cars.
This is the way.
This is the way. The truck I use for work now, it's a Ford F-350 that I put a 1996 12-valve Cummins motor in.
A Fummins.
It's a Fummins, and I am still working on it.
Always working on it.
always an upgrade to do to it. And then my next goal with my son is to hopefully restore Papa Bill's old truck.
Turn some wrenches.
Turn some wrenches.
Yeah, well, he's a little young for that, so you got a
little bit. So I got a few years before I can start on it. Yeah.
So yeah, Jackson still works on old cars and old junk.
Oh yeah.
My dad does too, but it's just because that's all he buys.
No, but my old junk works.
My dad's not restoring; he's just running.
Don't fix what ain't
So
broke.
I hear you are a great cook. Let the competition begin with the big bro. I'm telling you, I learned something from Jackson just about every time he comes. He's very adventurous with his cooking, and he brings a whole lot of things to my mind that I hadn't thought of trying before. So I do love when he comes. And of course, we had a lot of fun trying some new things and putting them together while he was here. I can't wait for you to try this recipe. No question, just glad to see you. Enjoy your visit. You would think I said that, but that's just somebody on Instagram said that because that's what I thought too. I'm like, I ain't got no questions. I just want to see you. First of all, a huge thank you to Laundry Sauce for sponsoring today's episode. With 5 kids, it feels like there's always a pile of laundry waiting to be washed, with everything from light soils up to heavy stains, which means that our laundry detergent has to work just as hard as we do. Let me show you what's different about Laundry Sauce. First of all, it's the scent. It's the first thing you notice. It really stands out. This doesn't smell like your typical laundry detergent. Laundry Sauce uses high-end fragrances crafted by top perfumers, and you can instantly tell. The first time I tried it, Whitney couldn't stop talking about how good the clothes smelled. It smells clean, elevated, and it actually lasts. But it's not just about the scent. These pods are made with a powerful bioenzyme blend that breaks down stains and keeps fabrics fresh. They're pre-measured, super easy to use. They work in HE machines and they're free from parabens, phosphates, phthalates, dyes, and Prop 65 chemicals. They also have in-wash scent boosters that are safe for all fabrics and release fragrance over time, plus dryer sheets that soften fabrics and reduce static cling. And the packaging is eco-friendly and made from recycled materials instead of bulky plastic jugs. If you want your clothes to look great and smell great, click the link down below, scan the QR code on my screen, use code BATESKITCHEN15 to get 15% off your next Laundry Sauce order. I can promise you'll thank me later. Let's see here. And this one's an important one. What is your favorite aspect of being a dad?
Oh my goodness, there are way too many for me to get into. One, just getting to watch your child grow up is absolutely incredible. I mean,
it's not something you can explain. It's really not.
No, it's not something you can put into words. It's something you really have to experience.
When you sit
it's
there,
incredible,
and you're watching a tiny little human growing up. There's just something. I love kids, and I love being around kids, and I love playing with them and coloring and things like that. But there's something special when it's not just a sibling. It's actually like this is. It's overwhelming because you're responsible for everything they do, but there's something about just raising that little one and then watching the way they follow you around.
It truly is one of the most fun and fulfilling experiences I've ever had in my life. It's incredible. It's such a blessing.
And you can tell yours just adores you. I mean, just the way he just towards Daddy the whole time, everywhere you walk.
Every time,
That's my dad. Which, I mean, you do have good hair. I kind of feel like that too when you walk by.
He's got pretty good hair too, though.
He does have. We know where he got that from. He's got some good hair.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, well, I'm losing mine, so.
No, the kid.
Oh, the kid's not the hair. Well, I recommend having hair too. I used to have some and it was good. Does Jackson miss living in Tennessee? Does have any plans to move back? Everybody asks that. Everybody in the family asks him that every time they get on the phone with him. What do you mean?
Yeah. So I love Tennessee. Tennessee always kind of feels like home. It's absolutely beautiful here. It's where I grew up. But we are following where God leads. And right now, God has us in Florida, and that's where we're happy to be. And if God leads somewhere else, that's where we're going to go.
And you truly love Florida too. I mean, you
it's
love
beautiful. We love Florida.
You've got quite a life there. We come down and see you, and man, you've got a lot of things to do that we didn't do here.
No, and
the weather's great.
The weather is pretty amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
good fishing too.
It's epic. You've made us want to think about moving before. I'm like,
fun.
man, if I didn't have my whole life right here, how is Florida living? Everybody wants to know about Florida. How is Florida living? Florida should pay us for this Q&A. How is Florida living? Are you relatively close in distance to Aaron and Alyssa?
Florida living's great. I am close to both Aaron and Alyssa. We're not too far. It's a lot of fun. We get to go see them.
I was surprised how close you were when we came down to go to the Universal Studios.
Yeah.
It was like we drove to your house, and then we were literally just barely on the road to Alyssa. She's right there. Now, Aaron's was a little farther. We drove like an hour and something, it felt like, to get to Aaron's.
Yeah, but it's still not too far.
No, everything's close. Everybody's close enough to meet up and go out for dinner or something if they need to. Maybe they just come to your house and just crash it, and you can cook for everybody.
That's everybody that comes down, I try to cook. I'll do either homemade pasta or something like that.
Oh, yeah. You've cooked some good ones. You cooked good for us when we were there. I ain't lying about that. How is the new parent life? With such a big family, were you surprised by anything?
I don't know if I was surprised by anything, except for like how much I fell in love with him. Like how much you love your own child. It's different than your nieces and nephews or your siblings. It's there's not really a way to put it in words. That's really the only thing that was kind of surprising. Say, oh my goodness, like there's absolutely nothing I wouldn't do for this child.
There's a passion there that you can't describe.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah, and it's only going to grow. I mean, right now it's special, and I would say this is the most special feeling in your life. But when they're walking around and toddling behind you, and when you come home from work, there's something about coming home from a long day and your kids running to the door to see you.
Yeah.
And, you know, for me when I was a cop, that was every day. And now it's not, thankfully, it's not as frequent. I'm glad that I get to be at home a lot more than I was. But even now, when I'm going for a work trip or when I'm going for a long day, when I come back and you see them excited, there's just, you can't put into words that feeling because the excitement of anybody else to see you doesn't compare to your kids.
Right.
How old is Jackson? I wonder that too.
I am 23 and I turned 24 in a week and a half.
Wow. Happy birthday. So by the time this airs, he'll probably be 24 years old. I remember when I was 24. I was just getting married at the end of 24.
Yeah.
I got married just a couple weeks before I turned 25. What is this one's interesting because it says, what is the hardest thing about being a new dad and the easiest thing? One of each. Not necessarily dad in general, but a new dad.
The hardest thing about being a new dad. I mean, there's different aspects of being a dad that are difficult. It changes the relationship that you have with your wife. It's not a bad, it changes and complexifies in ways.
It's not that it's bad, it's just different.
There's nothing bad about being a dad, or honestly nothing super difficult yet. I mean, we're in the super easy stages of the young baby.
Yeah.
I mean, they eat, they sleep, and you clean their diapers. And
I think the
happy.
hardest I remember when we first had one was sleep schedule, to be honest, and that was even harder with two than it was with one. With one, it's like we absorbed it.
Well,
but I think that was the biggest change for me. Did you notice that?
With ours, his sleep schedule, he scheduled himself for sleeping and was sleeping.
I was meaning my sleep schedule.
No, well, that's the thing. My sleep schedule really didn't change because he started sleeping through the night at 1 month old. Like,
that's awesome.
10 and a half hours through the night.
That's great.
So, like, he's a little bit less so scheduled now, but it's still not that difficult. He's super easy.
Yeah. Every time I've ever seen him, he's one of the happiest kids I've ever seen in my life. And I love, he's got just a huge smile, a happy kid, love it. And I love watching him around you and the way y'all interact, because I can definitely see that he's going to have a lot of your personality traits.
He already has so much personality, and it's fun to see like what personalities he has as young as he is that are mine, and then Emerson.
I feel like that with Bradley, watching him, he really picked up a lot of my personality traits, and I watch him and I'm like, man, sometimes I'm so proud of him. That's a little me. And then sometimes I'm like, man, I was a mess.
Yep.
That's what sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. What is a good breakfast for Valentine's Day, Jackson?
What we just made is a great breakfast for Valentine's Day. It's easy,
it's
fast, and it's absolutely incredible.
And you can do the whole family. You can make it brunch, or you can do just a few pieces for you and your wife.
Yeah, that's
French toast. We we made some elevated French toast. You need to look up the Bates Kitchen French toast or go to my Instagram. Hopefully I'll have it up by then. We made a really elevated French toast for Valentine's Day.
It really is the perfect Valentine's Day breakfast.
Or you can go look at some other YouTubes. We have steak. We have like 3 different types of steak dinners you can make because you can't go wrong with steak. I do one with Katie that's a really good steak and salad. I do one that is a steak frites. I mean, probably one of the easiest, simplest steak dinners. You can make it in 35 minutes. Easily, with no experience. I'm talking for Valentine's Day, all the way across.
Dinner, yeah.
And then there's, we've got some lava cakes. I mean, who doesn't love a lava cake?
Absolutely.
And when it comes to breakfast, though, you just can't beat. It's like pancakes are great, but French toast is just elevated already. And then you take that French toast and elevate it to the next level, which is what we do. And we do it like dads that cook. That you don't have to be a professional chef to do this stuff. This is easy stuff that 2 dads that barely cook figured out. So we know you can do it.
2 dads with no training.
2 dads with no training.
2 dads with no training.
And kids.
And kids, yeah.
Can you relink the pasta recipe? Katie's link isn't working. I've got you. Don't worry about it. And Katie does say it's her favorite pasta. It's also on my long form YouTube, but I'm going to link that up on my Instagram. And also, if you can't find it, just search Bates Kitchen Tomato Pasta on YouTube, and it'll show you the long form video of it. Jackson, this is a question that I can see people that didn't know you would want to answer, and people that did know you would know, well, of course that's why. What made you want to move to Florida?
Well, there was this really pretty girl that I got engaged to.
So there was this boy, and there was this girl.
And they met, and then they got engaged, and then they got married in Florida. That's how that worked.
The funny thing is that's exactly, everybody talks about how you're very much like Dad.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how Dad ended up in Tennessee. His whole family lives in South Carolina, and Dad came to college, and there was a pretty girl, and boom, Tennessee.
Yeah, boom, Tennessee. And
then there was a kid, and then there was another kid, and they're like, you should move back. He's like, I can't afford to move back.
Because then there were too many kids.
So if someone was deciding where to live, Florida versus Tennessee, what would you give as the pros and the cons for each? Let's just do 2 or 3 of them. Let's not do all the pros and cons.
Pros in Florida and cons in Florida. Pros, the weather. Cons, the weather. Pros is it's always a great temperature outside. Cons is it rains just about every day.
And it's humid.
And
it's warm.
There's one season, hot, year round. And then every once in a while we'll get a cold day. But that's like every 7
Y'all
winters.
call a cold day like in the 40s though. And you're like, it's so cold.
No, we hit 22 a few weeks ago.
For the first time in 10 years?
For the first time in like 17 years. But all the plants are dead.
That would hurt. All the oranges? Do we not gonna have orange juices this year?
Oranges are good. Oranges are fine for some reason.
Okay. I couldn't do an orange juice shortage. I live for orange juice.
Yeah, orange juice is bomb. Tennessee, the seasons are incredible.
It's nice to have 4, but I wish winter was shorter.
Yeah, I miss this. I miss the seasons in Tennessee, and then I miss family in Tennessee. That's one of the biggest pros is having family in Tennessee, and then just like the scenery, literally the mountains.
The mountains are nice, but our beaches suck.
Yeah, the beaches are terrible.
The Florida beaches are much better than Tennessee beaches, although Florida mountains kind of suck. So.
Florida, there is a great amount of work. So work
That's
is
nice. It's
work
always
is
nice
awesome.
to have work. I hate being poor.
Yeah, it is a really nice place. Where we are is a very, very nice area. So lots of great people.
You've made a lot of connections too. You're always telling me stories of people you work for. By the way, that's another question we had is, what do you do for work in Florida?
So for work, I actually started my own company.
I'm very proud of you.
I'm doing home construction, remodel, new construction, and just general contracting. In the
Which
area.
is the same work you've done your whole life.
Yeah, it's the same work I've done.
It's just
my
you're
whole
doing
life.
it on your own now.
For myself now. Yep. So
That's
I've
awesome.
been doing that for a little while now, and I'm absolutely loving it.
That's
incredible.
Great. You send some pictures, and y'all need to look. He's got an Instagram of some of the work he does. If you're in Florida, that's definitely, I can't recommend anybody higher than my brother. But you've sent me some pictures of some of your work, and I'm like, man, that is epic. That is some epic stuff. I mean, that fireplace you did with that blue herringbone. He told me on the phone, I'm doing this fireplace. I'm like, oh, that's gonna sound beautiful. Are you doing it like a chalky color or maybe a stained wood, like a walnut and maple or something? And he's like, no, I'm doing it blue. And I thought that's gonna be ugly as sin, but I didn't want to say nothing. And then he sent me pictures of it. I'm like, actually, That looks really good.
So it's a conversation piece. The homeowner wanted something to match some of their furniture, and I was like, all right, we can match it. So we got a color match to their furniture, and we made them a...
But you work for the customer,
yeah.
so I mean, if they
You
want a blue one,
wants.
you get a blue one.
Yeah. If you want something, I can make it happen.
So do you prefer, now I noticed you've done some you did a whole yard redo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw
Hardscape.
that one. The whole hard. So do you prefer outdoor hardscapes or indoor construction, or do you have a preference?
Okay, so I'm most comfortable with indoor remodel. So I love doing kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces, trim, all that kind of stuff, painting, everything indoor, because that's what I've done the most of.
Yeah.
I love outdoor construction and hardscape because I've got a lot of experience on skid steers, mini X's, rollers, all that kind of stuff, and I love doing that kind of work. I love changing the entire face of a piece of property.
There's nothing like a facelift when you
Right.
you wouldn't recognize the front when I saw the front of the house, and I thought, what in the world would you do with that? And then I saw the finished product. I'm like, you got some real talent. Did you design that?
I designed a lot of it, but some of it was with the customer. So they basically gave me kind of what they wanted. I said, all right, let's go with this. We picked out the type of stone they wanted, the grass they wanted, the design. I drew it all out for them, and then we said, all right, let's do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's nothing like building something with your hands, whether it's outdoors or indoors. It's just
Yeah.
a feeling of driving away from a project that it leaves a completely different impression than when you drove
I
up.
love it. I love being able to make people's dreams come true when it comes to their home and what they want. Because your home is really, it's where you live. It's where you're going to be. You want it to be something you love. And that's what I like doing. I like making where you live the place you love.
And a lot of times it's not a huge touch. that
No,
needs to
no, it's
change.
not.
You can change a few little things and really improve
Right.
a ton. It's like we just moved our dining room from the room it was in to the original room that we planned back when you were helping me do it. And we originally planned to have the dining room in the front. And I'm like, why? And we say all the time, why did we not do this sooner? And sometimes it's the littlest changes that make the biggest impact in life flow.
A window here, tile backsplash here, countertop there.
A little bit of natural light
change
makes
everything.
better.
Right.
So Jackson, it's always fun to have you on. It's always fun to be with you. Fun to cook with you. And we've got a lot more eating to do before you head back to Florida.
Let's get it done.
I think this is the only one we're going to share with you guys.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Can't wait till the next family member comes up and cooks. We've got a surprise this year. We've talked to a lot of different family members about this, and we've been working on trying to get a better schedule and more consistent with people coming up instead of doing a piecemeal with everybody's crazy schedules. So we're going to have a lot more Q&As and a lot of family members that haven't been on Q&As yet coming and cooking and doing some Q&As with us. So it's a great year. We're excited about it, and we're excited to see the growth of what we're going to do together and each of us individually, because there's a lot of us going around, it turns out.
Oh, yeah. Quite a
They
few.
keep making more.
There's more coming.
I say that as I'm making more myself.
That's part of it.
You'll get that on them big jobs.
Yes, you sure will.